What is he on about illegally suppressed for 7.5 years? What's that got to do with me? But yeah, that's about as much as Ryback engaged with me in regards to that video. But something I remember so vividly, was Kicking It with Ross, who's another wrestling YouTuber in the space. He did a video reacting to said video I did, which would then get a response from Ryback, where Ryback blocked him on...
Hey, shout out to you, Top 10 Wrestling, bro. You're fucking amazing. Your videos have always been great. The fact that this is a real thing, that he got mad because I checked this video out, and then it just spawned some type of issue that didn't even need to be a thing, bro. I literally was just checking out a video. Like, oh my God. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So, we got to check this out because apparently Austin Aries called out Top 10 Wrestling. I know, that's crazy. Why would Austin Aries call out Top 10 Wrestling? What's going on here? We're going to find out together. And then apparently I was featured in this video. So I'm interested to see at what part I was featured in, man. Shout out to the homies in the Discord that sent this to me, because y'all was saying, hey, I need to check this out. I'm actually in this video, featured in here. So I'm definitely want to see what's going on here, man. But it's always interesting when a wrestler calls out a content creator. So I want to see what the real issue is between Top 10 Wrestling and Austin Aries, man. This should be a good one. Appreciate all love and support. And also, before we get into this video, shout out to my alma mater, Prairie View A&M University, for winning the SWAC championships for 2025, man. I always love seeing my alma mater doing good in sports, man, and anything great coming out of PV. So shout out to them winning the SWAC championship for 2025. So, you know, your boy had to represent with the PVAMU hoodie. I'm always going to represent my HBCUs. So let's get right into it. Interested to check this out, man.
I was called out by Austin Aries on Twitter. Yes, the Austin Aries who now appears in MLW and formerly of TNA and WWE fame. It was pretty funny to see. He randomly just threw a stray shot at me. It was kind of funny, I gotta say, but we'll talk about that in a second, because Austin Aries is absolutely not the first and will probably not be the last wrestler who has called me out or got mad at a video I've made about them or anything I've said about them. So yeah, I thought I'd do a different style of video today where I went over every wrestler who has had some kind of response to videos I've made that mention them in some sort of way. We'll go over a couple of positive responses. We'll also go over some very negative responses and people that were not happy with what was said about them on my videos. But yeah, this video isn't anything serious. I don't have a particular disdain or hatred for any of the wrestlers I'm talking about here, other than one who I can say that for. We'll get to that one though. So yeah, as I said, we've got both positive and negative responses to videos before, and one of the particularly more positive experiences and responses I've had from a wrestler and also a wrestling company was with MLW. As on my most recent video discussing MLW, where I used Austin Aries in the title, foreshadowing for later by the way, I first of all got a comment from Dijak, who talked about my review on MLW, where he said, "Thanks for reviewing our car crash show, bro. I appreciate your honesty. Keep it up." He also put a tweet out saying, "I used to get butthurt about videos like this, but frankly, I kind of dig the bluntness of these reviews. Is it clickbait? Absolutely, but it's 2025, and that's why anybody watches anything, lol. The review itself says MLW is a car crash, and that's why he likes it. Respect. That's what we strive for, to be different. Check out this review and check out MLW on YouTube."
That's actually fucking cool, bro. That's fucking cool. Granted, not everybody's going to give you a positive response to whatever you say about them and your opinions and takes. But, I mean, I've always figured if you're in the public space when it comes to content creation, or especially if you're a wrestler, you got to be able to take the good with the bad. That's just what it is. You got to be able to handle both situations. Because there's going to be people that love what you do and are overly positive of everything that you do, and then there's going to be some people that feel like, you know, your shit is trash, your wrestling is trash, or your content is trash, and you just take the good with the bad. That's literally what it is. You know, that's kind of what you sign up for. Granted, some people go overboard and you just block those individuals, but for the most part, this is what you sign up for. So
YouTube. I really appreciate this response from Dijak, it's gotta be said. Also very refreshing to see a wrestler who understands the YouTube game. Appreciate that a lot, Dijak fella. And yeah, Dijak there particularly mentions the fact that I called MLW a car crash in both his YouTube and the Twitter comment. He mentions that I said it was a car crash, and seemingly MLW and the locker room maybe must like that car crash label, because MLW themselves left a comment with a car crash set of emojis. And yeah, talking about MLW, that is exactly why I do like MLW, because it's a car crash, because it's different, and really, you don't actually know what's about to happen and you're about to watch on that show. It truly does feel very unpredictable. As much as I do roll my eyes at many moments during the show, there is a lot to be enjoyed in my opinion. And on the topic of MLW, they did a recent show, the Don Gatto show. That review of that show is coming tomorrow, I promised it, don't you worry, as we continue on our journey of watching MLW and their car crash show, where I think Dijak is on that show, so I look forward to seeing that. And speaking of wrestling companies commenting on my videos, one I just remembered that I'm adding in here in post is Beyond Wrestling commented on one of my recent videos where I watched independent wrestling and watched one of their Wrestling Open shows. I gave the show a pretty average review, I'd say. I didn't really say it was bad nor outstanding, and Beyond Wrestling would leave 2 comments on the video. The first one said, "Thanks for watching last week's episode of Wrestling Open. Definitely not one of our strongest offerings last Thursday. Much stronger lineup this week if you want to tune in, featuring wrestlers from AEW and WWE ID." A pretty nice comment here from Beyond Wrestling. I appreciate them leaving a comment and appreciate the honesty from them in this comment. It's refreshing to see. And the second comment they left showed the lineup for the upcoming Wrestling Open that they were referring to in their first comment, saying if you decide to give our show another chance. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch this at the time and probably won't review it for a video on the channel, but I'll probably check this out. Looking at this card, there's Brett Ryan Gosling, Alex Reynolds, Big Shotty Lee Johnson, and Timothy Thatcher. So yeah, I'll probably check this one out. Appreciate that, Beyond Wrestling. You can check this out on Independent Wrestling TV. That's where I'm going to be watching it. Anyway, yeah, back to the video after that little yap. And whilst Dijak left a good response to the review, a wrestler who was not too happy with the review or how I talked about them in a video I did was Ryback. So I uploaded this video, the never-ending downfall of
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. Here we go.
Ryback in December of 2023. Damn, that is 2 years ago now, nearly. Okay, let's not start getting nostalgic and start getting deep. But this video was posted then, and it's just a typical career recount of Ryback, both his escapades in and out of the ring, during and post WWE. The first thing I noticed Ryback did to respond to this video was he just tweeted out the thumbnail of the video, which I gotta say, great work from the thumbnail artist who did this. And he tweeted saying, "Thank you to all the great people and fans out there. Nobody and no entity can stop the hashtag hungry." And then he would also leave a comment on the video. I don't remember if he did it before or after that tweet that said, "The truth will always win and I will keep winning. You're keeping me relevant despite being illegally suppressed for 7.5+ years, and your karma will not be kind. Controversy creates cash and you will be all fans again the moment I come back. Hashtag hungry."
Bro, so many delusions. So many delusions, man.
Hungry. That's the first time I read that comment in a while. What is he on about illegally suppressed for 7.5 years? What's that got to do with me? But yeah, that's about as much as Ryback engaged with me in regards to that video. But something I remember so vividly, was Kicking It with Ross, who's another wrestling YouTuber in the space. He did a video reacting to said video I did, which would then get a response from Ryback, where Ryback blocked him on.
Hey, shout out to you, Top 10 Wrestling, bro. You're fucking amazing. Your videos have always been great. The fact that this is a real thing that he got mad because I checked this video out, and then it just spawned some type of issue that didn't even need to be a thing, bro. I literally was just checking out a video. Like, oh my God.
Twitter, and I believe he also called him out too. Yeah, Ryback called me out on Twitter, and it just started this entire feud between Kicking It with Ross and Ryback as a result of reacting to my video about Ryback, which is pretty funny. It just started this entire Ryback versus Kicking It with Ross arc. Apparently he was a guest on the Ryback podcast too. Did that end up taking place? That I need to see that. That is some great lore right there for a potential future like YouTube wrestling controversies video I could do. But yeah, that's about as far.
Hey, bro, I would love. Hey, please do that video, please. Oh my God, please do that, bro. Please, you can. Hey, you can hit me up. You can hit me up. Whatever. I'll tell you exactly what went down behind the scenes that spurred this whole thing on, bro. Because I truly thought I was going to be able to have a back and forth dialogue with Ryback, because I was trying to get him to understand that some of his antics online, it didn't help the perception of, oh, well, you know, they're doing me wrong in WWE. It's kind of hard to help with that perception when you start saying stuff about Vince's mom, but you said you was close. Like, it was a lot of stuff that was just going on, and I was just like, bro, what is this? I was checked out because I couldn't even say nothing. I'm like, bro, you gotta let me say something. He was literally venting to me. It was a therapy session, and I'm okay with that. But don't try to make it seem like afterwards, he got one over on me. He was using me. And maybe to an extent he probably was, but I would love, if you did that video, bro, I would love that, man. I would definitely love that. That shit would be hilarious, just to go back down memory lane, man. But hey, man, shout out to Top 10 Wrestling. He's doing amazing stuff. He's been doing amazing stuff, so this is actually funny.
As it went with myself and Ryback, who I can't stress enough, I don't hate Ryback
I don't either.
Really. I don't have any dislike or disdain towards Ryback. In fact, I was a fan of Ryback whilst he was in the WWE.
Said the same
and
thing.
Wanted him to win the WWE title back in 2012.
Thing.
And if you deny that you didn't want that, you're lying.
Yes.
Because everyone in 2012 wanted Ryback to win that belt. You can say what you want about Ryback and the dumb stuff he said and his escapades out of the ring. Obviously, I have before, but I don't dislike Ryback, and I also don't do this revisionist stuff to say that he was never a big name in WWE or whatever. No, people really wanted this guy to win the world title at one point, myself included. Another wrestler who responded to one of my videos was none other than Eva Ivelisse, who you might remember of Lucha Underground fame and from AEW. No, not Alex Riley. I probably should have skipped to this frame first to show it's Eva Ivelisse who we're talking about, not Alex Riley. That would have been pretty funny though. Yeah, it all kicked off. I posted this video, wrestlers who killed their own careers, back in April of 2023.
Yeah, we went way back.
God, where does the time go? And yeah, just talking about wrestlers who got into trouble from their own actions and kind of killed their careers as a result. Alex Riley, obviously from the John Cena stuff. Nails from attacking Vince McMahon, and Eva Ivelisse from various backstage drama and the Thunder Rosa incident in particular here, which I talked about in detail, where she was apparently and allegedly sandbagging Thunder Rosa, and it led to just a really super awkward match, which everyone saw. This video did really well for whatever reason, 368,000 views. It really took off unexpectedly, and it did get the attention of Eva Ivelisse, who tweeted out saying the fact that people have absolutely nothing to do with their lives than to talk crap about someone who has done nothing but defy all odds is absolutely sad to see. Those truly need to get a life. I don't say the easy way out from any of my problems, but you'll just keep taking advantage of the strength of a person and continue to push those boundaries with more and more negativity. Then when tragedies happen, you'll have the audacity to act remorseful when it's too late. Once again, what has this got to do with me? Yes, this is about the dumbass YouTube video posted today. Get a life, thanks. Go and report the stupid video and tell them how stupid they are so it can get removed. Just maybe they can find something more productive to do with their time and lives. She's not like outright said what the video is yet. So someone responded saying, what is it called so I can report it?
That's crazy.
And she responded saying Top 10 Wrestling YouTube. So yeah, Eva Ivelisse was trying to get people to report and take down the video. Unfortunately, Eva Ivelisse, your plan was foiled and it didn't work. Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, look, bro, I can understand if maybe you don't agree with what they're saying or whatever the case may be, and that's fine. But trying to get people to just falsely report because you didn't like what they said about you, and it's fair criticism, whether, you know, it happens to be true or not. I mean, if he's giving just his opinions and not stating facts, then that's just his opinions. Like, once again, we live in a space where, you know, if you make content, you got to take the good comments with the bads. And the same thing if you're a wrestler. You got to take the positive with the bad. So that's just one of those things, bro.
Just a funny little story there that I could think of. I've never interacted with Eva Ivelisse before myself, or it never went further than this. And once again, I have no ill will towards Eva Ivelisse. In fact, I enjoyed a lot of her work in her career, from Tough Enough to Lucha Underground. I have no ill will towards Eva Ivelisse. I was just telling the story about her and Thunder Rosa because it's interesting. No matter what you think of Eva Ivelisse, it's an interesting story. But anyway, the final one to talk about before I get to the Austin Aries one finally. Sorry for holding you up for all your time. I hope you did enjoy these random tidbits about wrestlers who called me out. With all the others though, like I've said, I don't have any ill will towards them. I don't have any dislike or disdain towards them. This next person I cannot say the same for. I'm talking about Chasyn Rance, who is a convicted sex offender who still somehow works in the wrestling business and runs a wrestling school. I talked about him in a video called The Story of Wrestling's Dirtiest Predators, as you can see here, his mug in the thumbnail, and he commented saying, hey, many facts are way off, but thanks for the plug. Started in 1998, charged and convicted and registered and all that in 2011. Don't know where 2014 comes from. Did bro just actually me about his sex offender registry year that it happened? Really? I was off probation in 2013. Anyways, I still wrestle and teach because I do great. That's a response, and you're a disgrace. That's right. Convicted sex offender called me a disgrace because I got the year wrong that he was put on the register. Ooh, my bad. What a villain I am. Also, I opened Team Vision Dojo in 2002 using others' facilities. When I graduated college, I started renting my own space in early 2008 before any legal issues and a few months before the incident even occurred. This occurred in 2008 and wasn't even questioned until 2010 when the girl's mum needed money and tried to sue me. Okay, so now he's actually just going into the case here. That's a bit wild to just do in someone's YouTube comments, don't you think? But yeah, I think this comment here from George Washing Machine kind of sums it up perfectly. But yeah, Chasyn Rance, probably the most disgraced individual to call me out. And finally, the one you're all here for, the one as advertised, Austin Aries did indeed call me out on Twitter, as I've mentioned him numerous times on the channel before. As you saw before, I talked about him in MLW recently, and I've talked about his career, both the stories backstage and from in and out of the ring, and just chronicled the rise and fall of Aries, or whatever you want to call it. He quoted a tweet from Dave Meltzer talking about Arena Mexico selling out after Austin Aries was on CMLL. From what I heard, I've not actually seen it. He had a very good performance on that show. And then he picked a fight with some random Twitter user, just classic Austin Aries fashion. And then he threw a random stray at your boy Top 10 Wrestling when he responded to Derek, who was saying, okay, not trying to troll or anything, how much name value do you think you have among the 2025 wrestling landscape? And Aries responded saying, that's subjective. I do know I re-emerged in MLW, and it was enough that Top 10 Wrestling with the hat, what a guy, watched for the first time and made 3 straight videos using my name for clickbait, enough that CMML brought me in for a featured spot, sent me on media rounds for a show that ended up selling out, and I'm confident if I showed up in AEW tomorrow, the internet would be buzzing, even if half tuned in just to hate watch me. Not sure how you measure name value, but for someone who hasn't been active in 5 years, it seems the name Austin Aries still has some left. So yeah, it just throws a straight at me for watching for the first time and making 3 straight videos using his name for clickbait. Aries, let me correct you. I've made 2 clickbait videos using your name on MLW, but now I've made 3. But I thought that was pretty funny. Just randomly atted me and threw a stray shot at me in the middle of an argument with a random Twitter user. And in a way, I do agree with Aries here. Listen, he very much has name value. That is undeniable. This is Austin Aries was talking about, a former TNA world champion in their prime years. He was a great TNA X Division champion too. And like he did say here, he's returned back to wrestling, and videos I am doing about him are pulling in views still. Aries is still very much a known name. That is undeniable, whatever you think of him in or out of the ring. And yeah, sure, I did use his name for clickbait. I mean, I can't deny it, really. I may as well just say it. I mean, Dijak put it perfectly in his tweet. It's the YouTube game. Would you rather click on a video talking about Austin Aries being back in wrestling, or just an MLW general review title where you don't know what's even on the show? If I'm talking about Austin Aries in the title, then you're going to be more interested to click on the video, and I feel as though the content in the MLW show itself is interesting enough and crazy enough that if you clicked on the video just to see Aries, you're going to be interested by whatever MLW is doing as well, because it's just such a car crash of a company, like I say. But okay, yeah, I think that's me done yapping about all the wrestlers who have called me out over videos before. Once again, I don't hate Austin Aries. Like I said, I've talked about him on the channel before, both his escapades in and out of the ring, but I don't dislike or hate Austin Aries. And I just think this is just kind of funny in it that I just randomly got a stray thrown at me by Austin Aries here. But yeah, Austin Aries isn't on the most recent MLW show that I'm reviewing for tomorrow's video, so unfortunately, I can't use his name for clickbait in that video, but like I said, I will still be reviewing that show regardless, so stay tuned for that. I am very much excited to review that show. And yeah, that's it for me on this video here. If you enjoyed it, then leave a like on it and comment down.
Man, this was a cool video, bro. This is a cool video, man. I gotta message. I gotta message him on here, man. I'm in my wrong account. I'm in the wrong account, bro. I can't message him. I'm on the In the Clutch page. But I'll have to switch over to my personal account to send a message on there. But I'm still gonna leave a like. This was a fun video, bro. This was the fact that he has the Ryback saga in there too. This was great, man. Shout out to Top 10 Wrestling. I'm gonna link the video down below. Go subscribe to him if you haven't already. What are you waiting for? If you want to catch up on like some of these independent shows and kind of get some backstory on what's going on at these shows, definitely go check out Top 10 Wrestling, man. So, but hey, comment down below. Let me know some other wrestling related videos y'all want me to check out. I definitely will. Appreciate our love, support. Road to 200K. Appreciate y'all kicking with me. See you next one. Peace.